Hey, Queens, did you ever feel like you weren't being treated the way you should be treated by a man? Or did you ever feel like you deserved a lot more? If that is you, then keep on watching. So, we're going to talk about the difference between princess treatment and queen treatment. So, it's not that hard to be treated really nice and taken to, expensive restaurants and all of that stuff. It's not really that hard. In fact, a lot of women do get that treatment, right? But what I'm talking about here is real queen treatment. Everything. The ring, everything. And most importantly, how to maintain that after the honeymoon and throughout time. So let's start at the beginning. Let's talk about the root cause of why someone may be treated, kind of mediocre, and why someone may be treated like a queen. Tell me how your relationship started, and I'll tell you how it's going. The most important time in a relationship is the beginning, how it all starts. Those first couple months. And reason being is that when you meet a man, he knows immediately what kind of category you will be in. Are you the girl he's going to marry? Are you the one-night stand girl? Are you the convenient girl? The convenient girl is the placeholder. And we talk a lot about the placeholder girl in this channel. She's also known as the cool girl. So I talk a lot about first impressions, and I always kind of reference two scenarios. The first one is when he meets you and he's absolutely smitten. He's absolutely head over heels for you. He's, introducing you to all his friends, his family, and not only he can't stop being, close to you, but very, very soon, within a couple months, he can't wait to get married, and he gives you an engagement ring. He proposes. And then there's the second category where he meets you and he's like, yeah, she's nice. She's hot. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. We'll see. And of course, he's still, considering other girls, looking at other girls. And he, he's the type that you'll be with him for 2-3 years and you still don't have a ring and you are auditioning for him to be anything more than the girlfriend and such. So the first point that I want to make is, does he see you as a queen? Are you his queen? Right? The type of girl he will marry, or the girl he will marry. Because if he doesn't see you as a queen, no matter how hard you try, no matter how many tricks you want to pull, you might get princess treatment, go to nice restaurants, and all of those little silly things. In fact, men can be extremely charming when they want to use you for some time. They want to, have sex with you. And when you're the convenient girl, a lot of times they can treat you really, really well. I see it all the time. So real queen treatment is when this man can't wait to spend his life with you, and he treats you accordingly. Most importantly, he takes all of the load of your plate. So to me, a huge like symbol of you being treated like a queen, or not even symbol, like literally you being treated like a queen, is when this man doesn't want you to stress. He's got your back. He's got it. You don't ever have to be like planning the dates and, being the initiator or doing all the work. This man is really there for you. To me, that is a huge, like, it really matters more than some guy taking me to the best restaurants. Like, if he can't take the stress off me so that I can relax and be in my feminine energy, it doesn't matter how many restaurants I go to or even how many presents I get if he's not taking the lead, right? So a lot of men are in receiving energy. That means he wants to take from you. He wants you to give him, right? Which takes me to the next point. Well, actually, before I go to that point, I want to talk about something really important. One of the most important points in this topic, in this video. Who loves who more? So literally 100% of my coaching clients are women who love this man more than he loves her. So when that happens, you will be in constant chasing energy. You will be the one making it work. You will be the one setting up the dates and starting to talk about the future, right? You see, people that are a little more simple like to think that men and women are equal, that you are the same. But here in this channel, we're very based on human nature, in back to our roots, in working with our human nature rather than against it. So you will realize with that the dynamic between men and women has very different components on each end, which means you're not equal at all. And for men to treat you like a queen, they want to be the ones giving to you. Okay? Now, a lot of times when my clients first come to me and, they want to find a husband and stuff, when you tell them that he should love you more than you love him, a lot of them freak out. They're like, oh no, like, I don't want a fan. I don't want like a doormat man. I want an equal. So sadly, when you are looking for that sort of dynamic of equals, aka of roommates at the end of the day, sooner or later, are you going to get treatment of a queen? Absolutely not. Never have I ever gotten a client or a student where the man was more into her than her into him, and then there's coaching needed for her or whatever. So I hope you can really understand that it's very important that the man is crazy about you, because at first, sure, all relationships can survive a couple months, a couple years, but for it to stand the test of time, this man needs to be crazy about you and be the one who pursued you, and you need to be in that category where you are the marrying type of girl. Okay, so I talk about this all the time in my videos, so I can't emphasize how crucial this is. Now, what's next? Is he a healthy masculine? You see, men in their natural state, they want to provide and protect you. They want to be the hero. They want to take care of their mothers, their sisters, and the women that they love. Their dream woman. So if he is someone that is not a healthy masculine, that had a bad childhood, where his parents got divorced and there was abuse and this and that, where his own father didn't fully provide for his family, we're talking about a man that is not a healthy masculine. He will not be in his masculine energy. He will be in a receiving energy. He wants to receive 50-50 from you, so on and so forth. So you have to identify whether this man is a healthy masculine or not. Because no matter, you can't ask, I don't know, a pear tree to give you oranges, right? So see if he's the type of man that, the healthy type of masculine. Okay. So what else? Are you a proper receiver? Do you know how to receive? So when a man tries to help you, when he gives you things, when he gives you advice, when he gives you any type of protection, do you receive it well? First, you even acknowledge it? And most importantly, do you say thank you? You have to be gracious about receiving everything from men. Attention, protection. So sometimes when men want to protect you, they can come off a little bit as controlling. I'll make a separate video about that. But his protection is literally control. So are you a receiver of all of these things? For example, I gave an example about how I allow my husband to treat me like a queen. that includes many, many things, material things, taking the stress off of me, all of those things. But one is like when he wants to do stuff for me, he likes to drive me around. For some reason, he doesn't want me driving. Maybe I'm a horrible driver, who knows, right? I don't think so, but whatever. So your average woman would take that as control, right? But to me, it's one of the ways that I can allow him to feel that he's protecting me. So yeah, once a man sees you as a queen, okay, he will give you anything. He will treat you like a queen. So when my husband and I met, we were kind of young, right? And well, I was 27, he was 31. And men at 30, 31 are not necessarily always in their maximum provider capabilities, right? That comes later in their late 30s, 40s. But so for our honeymoon, we went to Europe, right? And it was my first winter in Canada. And I needed a coat, right? Because it was really cold in Europe, colder than in Canada at that time. And he could have bought me just any jacket, but he went and bought me like the most expensive one that he knew that I liked. He wasn't rich at that time. Now, that is just one thing, right? But a man who treats you like a queen is constantly going out of his way to make sure you feel really, really good. Like, it could be all kinds of examples, but to me, the most important one is when he really, takes on leadership and you don't ever have to worry about anything. To me, that is a real queen treatment, right? So what else do I have here for you, ladies? So make sure you're not acting entitled ever. When you have to ask for things, I mean, I wonder why you have to ask for a bunch of things, but sometimes you do, sometimes you would ask for things, but how you ask for things is super important. If you ever come across as entitled, you best forget that he's going to give you what he can give you. Have you ever heard of that saying, you can attract more flies with honey than with bile? So yeah. So yeah, ladies. I mean, what else? I mean, there's other things that could be mentioned, but without the really, elementary things that, that he has to see you as a queen for him to treat you like a queen. You don't have to do much. You don't have to watch any of these videos if he sees you as the type of woman he wants to marry and be with forever. So that's pretty much all I have to say about this trending topic. So I'll be seeing you guys soon. Bye.